make another movie. She be coming around the mountain when she comes. Okay. Howdy. This here's Professor U.D. Guru coming to you from wherever the heck I am. Everything in the universe is made of awareness, including the chair you're sitting in, the booger you're picking, and the so-called brain between your supposed ears. Don't worry, we're not going to talk science here. I will not annoy you with quantum gobbledygook. Physics is not about the non-physical, and physics will never prove anything about the non-physical. And I won't even make you sit through a bunch of mumbo-jumbo before I get to the point. I'm going to start with the answer, so you don't have to wait for it. So here it is. Imagine that you have died, and yet you continue to exist, but you're no longer aware, because your awareness died with your body. So, yeah. You're dead, but you don't know it because you don't know anything. You are literally not aware of one single solitary iota of anything. Nothing. If we die and turn to nothing, for example, if consciousness were created by the brain, which it ain't, then having died and not being aware, we would not be aware of our own existence. So it would not matter if we had died, because we are aware of absolutely nothing. So from our personal perspective of absolute zero, nothing any longer exists. Does this prove that existence continues after death? No, it doesn't prove nothing. I'm not here to prove anything. This ain't science. I'm here to tell you that awareness is the building block of everything. Therefore, awareness and existence are the same thing. Because if this isn't true, then nothing matters. Not one gall darn thing. Now look out your window and count how many things you can see. Don't forget every blade of grass, every ant, every hair on every head. What's that? You don't want to start because you know you can't finish? Good call. What you sense right now is infinity. Eyes might be physical, but light is just a version of infinity. Ears might be physical, but sound is just a copy of infinity. Skin and bones and blood and muscle and organs might be physical, but the sense of touch is just one way to perceive infinity. The brain does not create awareness, it filters it. It colors it according to your habits, your configuration. It filters infinity so that you aren't slammed with everything all at once. Well, actually you are, but in order to function in a physical world, we have to be able to pretend that we're not facing infinity. There are plenty of folks whose filters obviously ain't working very well, and we call these folks humans. The mind people of Earthville. Welcome to the Cosmic Nut House, where people come because they want to find out the hard way why you, as a copy of infinity, should not try to endlessly collect memories, or attachments, as they call them in the hocus pocus community. So the truth is that what you can notice, you cannot come anywhere near describing. And that tells me that infinity is expressed by what you can see, hear, and feel. That's everything. You can see infinity. Eyes closed, eyes open, you can see it either way. One we call a dream or ecstatic experience. The other we call everyday life. Infinity is all we experience ever, even if we get bored with it. And what is it? It's the moment. I didn't say present time. I said the moment with a capital M. The moment can't remain constant because it's infinity. Only change is constant. And change is another version of infinity. Change is a building block of our reality, therefore it's infinity. Separation is a building block of reality, therefore it's infinity. But anyhow, the moment can't remain constant because it's infinity, so as long as we keep noticing it, with each passing teeny tiny increment of experience, it must change. So the moment is a version of infinity, because change never stops happening, and that's how we fit it in, by changing. That's how we pretend that we're not facing infinity. We keep changing it. The moment is a version of infinity. Experience is infinity. Constancy is infinity. And all these things are the same thing. Except that infinity, by definition, is not a thing because it cannot be defined. And you may have noticed that paradox is the backbone of reality. And mechanisms are in place to fill in the blanks and make it seem like we all live in the same world. If I die and awareness blanks out forever, it doesn't matter in the slightest. So it doesn't matter if I'm wrong. If the world goes on when I die and I don't, it means nothing to me, ever. So in hopes that death is not the end, I choose to believe, I have to believe, that the universe, infinity, the moment, God, the Tao, experience, reality, the Akasha, etc., 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 are all imperfect descriptions of the same thing. And that thing, which is not a thing, it's awareness. And no, science has not been able to explain awareness. You can watch 150,000 movies about that on YouTube. Now, if it's true that I create my world by being aware of it, and you create your world by being aware of that, then since we're aware of different things, we each create our own world, obviously. So life is essentially a dream. And like a dream, it reflects your configuration, who you are, your personality, your habits. When you look at the world, you see infinity and you're looking out upon yourself. And if you knew that this experience of perception would never end, would you be clinging fiercely to every memory? I wouldn't. I would pay attention and enjoy the trip. Thanks for showing up. This here's Professor U. D. Guru, and I'll see you in the next movie. Bye-bye.